If you are looking for an absolute masterclass in small-town charm, rapid-fire banter, and a pulse-pounding, deeply emotional grumpy distiller meets sunshine force of nature tactical trajectory, you need to clear your calendar for romance royalty. We are stepping directly into the warm, highly entertaining, and meddlesome world of Bootleg Springs with Gin Fling, a spectacular, high-gear, and beautifully executed standalone installment that firmly establishes this co-written universe as an elite, undisputed vanguard in modern romantic comedy. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of stories where a brooding, hyper-focused artisan distiller must navigate a chaotic, close-knit community while tracking a gorgeous, vibrantly optimistic heroine who completely scrambles his everyday patterns, where hidden town secrets require deep investigative tradecraft, and where the authors utilize an incandescent forced proximity fake relationship diagnostic routine to test their psychological safety buffers, this book is engineered to lock you in. Score and Kingsley completely dominate the unput-downable small-town noir dynamic, capturing the heart-racing comedic momentum, vast atmospheric warmth, and fierce protective devotion popularized by authors like Debney Perry, Melanie Harlow, and Tessa Bailey, while treating family loyalty, personal evolution, and raw physical chemistry with exquisite care. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our alpha hero, Jonah Bodine, a cold, calculation-heavy craftsman who helps run his family's successful boutique distillery. He operates under a strict, hyper-focused protocol to keep his life uncomplicated, his analytical focus entirely consumed by production logistics, warehouse schedules, and keeping his internal vulnerabilities insulated from external chaos or romantic anomalies. His defensive perimeters have been locked down tight for years, his metrics completely predictable. The spark ignites when our beautiful, fiercely independent sunshine heroine, Shelby, breaches his active scanning perimeter. She arrives like a total system anomaly, bursting with infectious energy, sharp wit, and a high intellect drive to shake up the local environment. She wasn't part of his structured quarterly deployment plans, but the moment her personal metrics collide with Jonah's across the rustic timber counters of Bootleg Springs, his fiercely protective possessive instincts engage their tracking grids, triggering an immediate system anomaly in his grump logic. The tactical parameters instantly explode as the forced proximity reality of her presence turns his structured world into a volatile psychological pressure cooker. Our broody distiller transforms into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic shield, deploying his massive local knowledge and physical presence to establish an absolute security perimeter around her when small-town gossip, family rivalries, and unexpected external pressures close in on her life. Every late-night conversation over premium spirits, every shared moment of quiet vulnerability behind closed distillery doors, and every fiercely possessive touch chips away at their respective logical defense mechanisms. What follows is an exceptional, high-stakes war of psychological perspective and raw survival. They find their clinical defense mechanisms completely unwrapped by each other's presence. While he smooths over her external threats with devastating force, she becomes the only stabilizing asset capable of holding his fiercely guarded heart together when the town's underlying mystery tracking clock takes a dramatic turn. The threat of losing her breaches his active safety perimeter, threatening the stability of his entire world. To survive the overarching social traps and outmaneuver the forces closing in on her life, our possessive hero and his fierce partner must unleash an absolute, unyielding defense of the secret bond they've built. It is a contemporary romantic comedy, small-town mystery, fake dating drama, forced proximity workplace fiction masterpiece that treats deep community logistics and intense romantic friction with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, touch her and I will burn this entire town to the ground energy, where a sudden shift in local dynamics, an unexpected encounter behind the copper still equipment, or a heavy, possessive hand resting on a waist behind a row of festival boots carries massive structural weight. Score and Kingsley write with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the clinical, crisp hum of distilling operations, the oppressive atmosphere of family dinner interrogations, and the distinct, subtle scent of botanical gin, fresh citrus, rain on country roads, and pure, unadulterated passion. What truly elevates this milestone collaboration into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to balance realistic emotional healing and small-town suspense alongside breathless romantic heat and side-splitting humor. Our heroine isn't a fragile asset waiting to be rescued. Her immense psychological grit, razor-sharp wit, and independent drive match the complexity of the vibrant world her protector dominates step for step, making her choice to surrender to the bond feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense emotional stalemates and breathtaking physical defensive sequences before ratcheting up to an absolute, jaw-dropping final confrontation that delivers total, hard-earned peace to their horizons.
Ginfling is the definitive pro-level upgrade your contemporary romance and high-stakes romantic comedy library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputdownable. It proves that when your entire universe is managed by strict routines and small-town expectations, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to pour a glass of something strong and fight for the one who completely holds your heart. So secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive parameters, open your Kindle, and prepare to take the plunge.